Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be recreating Rihanna's summer Fenty face. So this is going to be my own spin on the tutorial that she did. This is what my go-to look would be if we were outside. But unfortunately, we are inside. I hope you guys are staying safe. I'm getting real brunch vibes from this look. So if you guys want to know how to achieve this look, just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize my skin. And I'm going to be using my Aesop Vitamin C Rose Petal Serum. You want to make sure you're always moisturizing your skin before you apply your makeup. It makes a really big difference. Even if you have oily or dry skin, you still want to moisturize. Next, I'm going to prime my skin, and I'm using my Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Don't worry about that cast that you see, because it's not going to show once we put on our foundation. Next, I'm going to be color correcting, and I always color correct because I have some hyperpigmentation around my mouth area. So I'm going in with this MAC concealer palette. I'm going to be using the shade Pure Orange right here on the bottom. It's actually really annoying that I have to color correct because before I had my kids, I actually resolved this issue. So I need to go back to the dermatologist and fix it again because this is really aggravating. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, and I am in the shade 410, and I'm going to be applying it with the Fenty Beauty Kabuki brush. The crazy thing is, I was actually planning on doing this tutorial, and I had set up all of my stuff during the day because I wanted to just be able to jump right in and film once my kids were asleep. So I kind of laid out everything, and I was like, oh my god, maybe I should do a Fenty tutorial. And then right before I was getting ready to film, I was on YouTube and I saw Rihanna'S summer glow tutorial. So this is perfect because I was already doing this, so it was confirmation that I'm doing the right thing. I know this looks a little bit warmer than my skin tone, but it's cool because once we add concealer and we contour, it's all gonna blend. Y'all know we've been in the house, so I feel like I've gotten way lighter since we've been stuck in the house. This is actually my first time applying my foundation with this Kabuki brush, and it's actually applying it really nicely. Y'all, I am queen of like having a bunch of products and not using them. I don't know, I think it's because I don't like to mess things up. Like, this was so pretty and cute, I just didn't want to put a bunch of foundation on it. And not like purposely, but subconsciously thinking that. Which kind of makes sense because, y'all, I was that weird kid. I wasn't weird, but I had a bunch of Barbie dolls that I like never opened. Is that like early psycho behavior? I don't know, but I just didn't want to mess them up. They were so pretty, so I would like want all the dolls, but I just wouldn't open them. Some of them I would open, but like the ones that were like really cute or pretty, I would like collect them, and I ended up having like a bunch of dolls on my top closet shelf. Now that I'm saying this out loud, that's hella weird, and I hope my daughter doesn't do that. So that applied really nicely. I really like that. So I'm gonna bring it down into my neck area, try and blend over this double chin. This brush is so soft, y'all, and it just kind of like goes with the contours of your face nicely. I just want to go like this. This is so weird, but I just want to keep doing this. I could have been used this. I had this brush for so long. I'm not even gonna tell y'all how long I had this brush and have not used it. That's insane. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to actually put this under my foundation. I found this, and I've had this for a long time. Probably longer than I should admit. But this is from the MAC and Rihanna collection. And these were the luster drops, and this is in the shade Barbados Girl. So you definitely can't buy this, but it is definitely perfect for summer. And it looks like this. Look how pretty that is. So I'm still gonna apply this. Look how pretty that is. And I'm just gonna put it in the areas that I would normally highlight. I'm so mad I forgot to put this under my foundation. But actually I'm just gonna blend it in with the Kabuki brush. So it's all good. That is so pretty. Actually, I think I'm gonna kind of put it under my highlight area. Well, I'm just gonna blend it out. Look at that, that is so pretty. Y'all, I have tons of makeup. I need to film like a organizing my makeup video. I'm really good at keeping my kit organized, but my personal makeup, I have like tons of stuff. It's ridiculous. So much I probably need to get rid of and just throw out because it's old and or I don't use it anymore. So I don't unfortunately have any Fenty concealer, so I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro Longwear concealer and also Tarte Shape Tape. I actually have never tried the Fenty concealer, but I do like the foundation. So I like to apply my concealer with a beauty blender. I always go through phases with concealer, so I know I was stuck on MAC Pro Longwear concealer is like my holy grail. I always go back to that. But then I was on Tarte Shape Tape for a little while. Then when I'm feeling like I'm going through a natural phase, I get on my NARS creamy concealer. And today I'm gonna mix MAC Pro Longwear with my Shape Tape. Just under the eye area because I want to add a little bit more brightness. And I love Shape Tape. This lasts so freaking long. Like, talk about a product that you really get your money's worth. I feel like Shape Tape has so much product in it. How much product is in here? 0.33 fluid ounces. And how much is in my 0.30 fluid ounces? So it seems like, I don't know why it feels to me like, maybe because I don't use it as much, but I feel like I've used this so many times and there's still product in it. I'm finally getting to the end where I need to buy a new one, but I feel like it took me so long to get there. So I'm just gonna blend that out. Let's see how it just gave me a little bit more brightening under the eye. Then I'm also gonna run that down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. Then I'm just using the back of the beauty blender and I'm just blending out any harsh lines because you want everything to just kind of like flow together. I don't know, but I feel like I could really tell the difference by using those illustrative drops underneath. And I'm gonna go ahead and set that with some Studio Fix powder. And this is definitely optional, but I feel like if you want that really nice beat face, setting it with a pressed powder before you set it with a loose powder really makes a difference to me. And this is the shade NC45. I really need to try some more powders. I don't have a lot of different brands of powder. I'm definitely stuck on MAC when it comes to powder, but it's because I just really haven't tried a lot of other powders. And sometimes I just stick to what I know. I'm gonna lightly set my forehead area just a little bit, not too much. Here and here. Now, I'm not gonna overly contour. Let me not say that because I always say that and then I still do the most. So I'm gonna use my Ben Nye cream foundation. This is in the shade Rich Cocoa. Normally I do dark cocoa, but I don't want to have to blend out too much, and I kind of want it to be like a really pretty bronzier, not like super beat. We still gonna be beat though. I want to try Fenty's new cream bronzers. They look really nice and they look like they blend out really well, but I haven't purchased any yet. So I'm just gonna use my Old Faithful Ben Nye. Then I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty highlighter brush and I'm just gonna blend that out. I always want to film these tutorials during the day, but normally I'm watching my kids and I don't want to have to stop or rush. So I wait until night to film, or recently I've been doing that. But then I film at night and I do these really pretty makeup looks, and then I want to keep on my makeup. But then it's time for me to go to bed. I'm also going to use this same shade and I'm going to contour my nose with that. I can find a little brush. I'm queen of grab whatever I see, so this is probably not the most effective brush to do this, but I can make it work. And I'm gonna bring it into my eyes a little bit. And I'm just gonna lightly blend that out. This is like the perfect shade for contouring your nose. I hate when a nose contour is like super dark. Do y'all remember when we used to do that like 5 years ago and everyone was into like a really heavy contour? Sometimes I look at my old pictures and I'm like, whoa. Now I'm gonna set under my eye and I'm gonna use my Benign banana powder. I actually haven't used this in a while. I always use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I was cleaning out my makeup and I found this and I was like, ooh, let me use something I used to use all the time. It used to be a point where I would never not use Benign powder. I'm just gonna press that into the skin. I'm so happy I set up my filming station back. It took me so long to just feel comfortable filming again, but I feel like I'm back. So you guys will probably be getting a lot of tutorials. Just gonna brush off the powder from where we contour it because I don't really want to set that. Then I'm gonna put a little bit more powder under the eyes, just so that can really be set. I like a dewy look, but I really like to set stuff just to make sure it lasts, even though I'm not going anywhere. So that is kind of pointless. To set my entire face, I'm gonna be using my mineralized powder from MAC in the shade Dark. Also going to set my contour and I'm going to use mineralized powder as well. I'm going to use my same highlighter brush. Guys, don't be afraid to use, even if a brush says it's for a specific purpose, don't be afraid to use a brush for whatever you need to use it for. So even though this says a highlight brush and this is a 120 from Fenty Beauty, I'm going to use it for my contour because that's just how I'm feeling today. Now for my brows, I'm gonna keep my brows really natural. So I'm just gonna brush my hairs into place and I'm brushing them upwards and then kind of over. And I'm just using an angled brush from MAC and Anastasia brow powder. And I'm just creating hair-like strokes. Natural brows are just really in. Remember when we used to do the most with our brows? I'm gonna make a video doing my makeup like we used to do our makeup. I think that'll be really funny because we used to really do the most, like really do the most. Look how natural and pretty that brow is. I used to really have to like OD concentrate on my brows because it's like they had to be so structured and perfect. But this just makes life so much easier. I always feel in this little area right here. I had the chicken pox when I was younger and I scratched myself there and it left a scar. I'm still going to conceal underneath just to add a little bit more definition. And I'm using this Vision Cover Cream from Danessa Myricks. This is in the shade W4. And you really only need a little bit of product. And this has so much coverage. You really don't need that much. Okay, now I'm gonna take the little bit that I have left over, and y'all, I use the tiniest amount and that has such good coverage. And I'm just gonna apply this to my lid, and this is gonna be my base for my eyeshadow. just gonna pat that in. I'm gonna be using my Jackie and Anastasia palette just for a few of the matte shades. So I'm going in with the shade Ginger, and this is going to be my transition. Okay, I'm gonna leave that because I'm not completely sure the direction that I'm going in. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is the 2-in-1 liquid eye shimmer, and unfortunately they don't sell this anymore. This was from the summer collection. So I'm gonna take the shade Summer Fling, and I'm gonna put this on my lid. It's a really pretty bronze shade. I'm gonna kind of let that dry a little bit before I do anything else. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Credit in the Jackie palette, and it's just like a warm dark brown, and I'm just going to lightly put that in the crease just to add a little bit more definition to the look, but just a little bit because I don't want to overpower the eye shimmer, because that is a really pretty bronze on the lid. And I'm just gonna kind of wing that outwards. People think eyeshadow is like really hard, but if you like natural looks, eyeshadow is so easy. And I'm not just saying that because I do makeup. Like, I literally do like 3 steps and I'm done with my eyeshadow. And now I'm going to use the other shade, which is Rainbow, and it's spelled R-E-I-G-N, bow. That's cute. This is kind of more of a, it's like a yellowish goldish, but it has a little bit of like a green undertone to it. I'm gonna apply that just to the center. Now I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit with my finger. It actually looks really nice on top of the bronze. They complement each other well. I like it, it's cute. Okay, now I'm gonna line my eyes, and I'm using my Inglot 77 liner. I feel like I left the top off because it's a little bit drier than it usually is. I need to add some Duraline to that because that was really a struggle. If your cream products ever dry out a little bit, just add Duraline from Inglot and that'll fix it right back up. But now I'm going to just wipe off all the excess powder. And I also put some glue on my lashes, and I'm just letting that get a little bit tacky. And for blush, I'm going to use Sweet as Cocoa from MAC. I remember in high school, I used to wear hella blush. Like, I'm talking about crazy blush. It was because I was on this competition dance team, and we used to have to do our makeup. And of course, when you do competitions, you have to put on a lot of blush because you want it to show up on stage. And I used to put my blush on like this, y'all, right here. In between where your blush and your contour should be, like right here. One day we were at a competition, and our dance coach used to kind of like do makeup checks just to make sure everyone looked okay. And she walked past me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you have on too much blush." And she was like, "It looks like your face is falling off." Y'all, my mouth dropped. I was so embarrassed. I was like, what the fuck? You couldn't just tell me, "Hey, lighten up on the blush." I love her though. She was like really, really spunky. So now every time I do my makeup, I like subconsciously make sure I'm putting it in the right place, even though I know where a blush should go. Her name was Mrs. McGuire. That's crazy. She said it looks like your face is falling off. She used to say stuff with like a straight face and then just walk off. That used to be so funny because she would be so serious. I was so embarrassed, y'all. Anyways, for highlight, I'm gonna use my Kilowatt foil, the shade Sandcastle. And these of course are the duo highlighters. Bomb. That is so pretty. I'm so mad I'm not going anywhere. I am going somewhere. I'm going to Instagram. That's the place. I'm gonna do a little bit on my Cupid's bow and just really, really light. here. And I like to just blend it all together. Y'all, that is popping. I love when highlights look like a glow within. I know if I was outside, this would just be so bomb. Where it just kind of looks like, yeah, I know she got highlighter on, but I don't know. That looks like a little, almost like a pregnancy glow right there. Then I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna highlight down the bridge of my nose. I'm even going to take a smaller brush and I'm gonna apply this in the inner corners of my eyes. Ooh, love that. I found some of my old lashes. Don't you love like a good used lash? It just automatically do what you need them to do with no problems. Love a good old lash. Not too old, but old enough. It's like you just understand each other. New lashes, I'll be about to square up with a new lash sometimes. Look, that just did everything I needed it to do. No problems. The saddest moment is like when you know it's almost time to retire your lash. You only got a couple more wears, and when you apply it, you know it because you have to start applying mascara in a certain place just to kind of fill in like one spot where it's missing a little lashes. Y'all, the devil almost tried to play me. Look at my fingers. That is a big chunk of eyeliner. I was this close to touching my face. I would have been done. This tutorial would have been beyond over if I would have did that. I'm so excited to keep making more tutorials because I feel like the more I film, the more I feel comfortable on camera and the more you get to see people's like real personality. So for liner, I'm just gonna use my Urban Decay Glide On pencil, and I cannot talk and apply liner at the same time. Okay, now for my lips, I'm going to line my lips with Chestnut liner from MAC. Then I'm gonna take my Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood. This is like my holy grail nude. Now I'm gonna go over that with my Fenty Beauty Universal Gloss. This is my favorite gloss and it smells so good. And this one is the shade Fenty Glow. This is the first and main one. This is like one of the few things that I like have bought multiple times that I will keep buying every time it runs out. And I only have a few products like that, to be honest. The rest is kind of like, oh, I bought it one time and tried it. Even if I like it, it's like, oh, it's okay. I want to try something new the next time. But this is like, I gotta have this. I probably have bought this like 10 times already. Between buying it for myself and my kid. This replaced my favorite gloss, which was Viva Glam 5 lip gloss, and that got discontinued, y'all. My heart broke. I was so hurt by that. Like, I'm talking about like butt hurt. Like, y'all, that was my favorite gloss. Then when this came out, oh, I was so happy. That was like the first time I found a gloss that gave me that same feeling that Viva Glam 5 lip gloss did. Okay, next in the center, I'm gonna take this, and this is in the shade Vacray. And I'm just gonna apply that right in the center. And it kind of has like some golden pearl undertones to it, and it's really pretty. I feel like that's just gonna give my lip an extra pout. That is so pretty. That is such a pretty lip. Can you guys see that? Last but not least, our mascara, and I'm just using, I'm not really a picky mascara person, but this is one of my favorites, is the Maybelline Colossal. And I love this one because it has like a really tiny spoolie, so it's perfect for your bottom lashes too. And this is so weird, but like I like when my mascara like gets on my bottom like skin underneath my lashes just like a little bit. feel like it makes my lashes look fuller on the bottom. This is so pretty. I feel like I need to be going somewhere. For my finishing touch, I have some body lava. This one is in the shade Brown Sugar. I'm gonna use my same little foundation kabuki brush. This smells so good. I'm just going to apply that here. And the last little super cute touch is my Fairy Balm Glitter Pom Pom. I love this. The name of this one is Rosé on Ice. I don't know if you guys can see. This is adding pretty shimmer. This smells so good. Victoria's Secret actually used to have something similar like this a long time ago. This smells so good. I love stuff that smells good, and that smells good. So guys, that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this gorgeous summer bronze look. Look at that highlight. I still am like gagging over that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. And comment below for some more tutorials that you guys want to see. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.